Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this meeting of the Budget and Finance Committee for Monday, October 21st, 2019. I'm Paul Krikorian, joined by my colleagues, Mr. Price and Mr. Blumenfield, and we're ready to begin today's meeting. We'll go ahead and take public comment on agenda items first. I'd like to call up Mr. Previn, please. Speak to agenda items only, followed by Mr. Spindler. And then if there's anybody else who'd like to speak on an agenda item, let me know. Mr. Previn.
Sure, and thank you. You're not going to allow us to do the general public comment? We're going to have to wait until the closed session. Appreciate that. Okay, it's Eric Previn from Studio City, CD2. And I just want the labeling issue on item number 9, I believe it is. No, number 8. For the record, USA Waste of California Incorporated. Many of us know that as Waste Management, the former home of Greg Smith. In the interim, after serving initially as a council member, then going to be a lobbyist in violation of the county ban on lobbying, then coming back into the hallowed halls of City Hall with Mr. Wesson's steam and serving for a period of time that was microscopically to the day sufficient to enable 2 elections, both a sort of special election and runoff, and now a regular election and runoff. That's right on the heels of it. So I think it's going to be a historic amount of public matching money that goes right out the door into Greg Smith's community, into that group. And let's not forget that in this very room, when Blumenfield was on holiday, Greg Smith came up and took Krikorian in the back room, Matt Hale, I don't know if Mr. Price was on this team yet, and said, let's give Myers-Nave up to $600,000 to ensure that John Lee has a very good antidote to all those Democrats who are going to come out in November of 2020 and try to unseat that long right side, stronghold. So congratulations on giving them $71,000 back in refund. It was tasteful to do it after Mr. Smith left. Regarding the outside council expenditures, I've noticed a robust uptick. I mean, it looked like about 22 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, because you divide it up into so. But the CEQA panel, let's get that guy from the city attorney's office in here. This group is being really out. These are Myers-Nave, Burke, Sorensen, a few firms that we've handpicked to basically take money from developers and screw the bejesus out of local groups who have issues, as we go forward. Now, I think that it has saved the city $5, $6, $10 million every couple of years.
Okay, thank you.
General public comment later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Spindler.
So number 9, Geek Gourmet Incorporated, yes. Number 8, that's Greg Smith's company that he Waste of California. I say no, fuck Waste of California because of Greg Smith. They do a great job in the Antelope Valley, but because of Greg Smith, no. Number 7, Boving Treeland Farms. I like that name. I say yes to them. Then we have outside counsel. Number 5, city attorney, conflict of interest. Of course you have a conflict of interest, city attorney. C. Paul Krikorian, the chairman of the budget, has a suspended license to practice law, yet you're allowing him to vote and select as chair of this committee all of our outside counsel when he can't pass ethics. So he can't pass ethics, yet the city thinks it's smart to have them and the other target of the FBI, Curd Price, select counsel. So we're left only with the choice of Blah Blumenfield. But his wife is an attorney, and she doesn't like it either.
With the jurisdiction.
Yeah, it is a jurisdiction. You disbarred, unethical piece of shit.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Last warning.
That's what I'm saying. So number 3, fuck number 3, number 2, fuck number 2, and finally number 1. Slip and fall my ass. The only thing Paul Krikorian did was slip on a banana peel when he lost his barcode. You disbarred dumb fuck.
Have a seat silently. You're disrupting the meeting. All right, members, I'd like to propose that we note and file item 4 and approve items 7, 8, and 9, as well as numbers 5 and 6. So those would be all of our open session item recommendations. If there's no objection, that will be the action of the committee on those items, and then that will take us into closed session. Mr. Spindler, be quiet. We're in session. Ms. Armstrong, if you'd like to come up for your comment, please. Good afternoon. Matt? Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir. I am Sarah Armstrong, the Director of Industry Affairs for Americans for Safe Access. I'm also the Policy Chair for the Southern California Coalition. I'm here today because Paul has submitted a motion to ban all cannabis vaping products and accessories. This is an expensive endeavor. You'll need to find a lot more money. The people who make these illegal, horrible products are underground. They do not advertise on weed maps. You need to find money to help him with his motion. And I hope, Paul, that you'll meet with me and consider some changes. The regulated licensed market has not been linked to one illness or death. The regulated market, the licensed cannabis manufacturers and providers, take great care with their products, and they know that there should not be anything in those products but cannabis and cannabis terpenes. And as you go through these shops, you'll see it again and again on the packaging, cannabis and cannabis terpenes. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Previn.
Thank you. It's Eric Previn from Studio City. And tomorrow morning, early, we have a Ethics Commission meeting. So I think people have been looking around at what's happening in Q2 2019. And I have to say, deeply impressive to see some of these big dogs raising money. What you've got is lobbyists doing something called delivering. Now, delivering is when, for example, it'll say England or Kanabi and Allen, Paul Krikorian for 2020, $8,000 or something like that. I don't know if that's accurate, but I'm tabulating it. You, sir, are way up there because you have a contested seat, CD2, but it's astonishing how much money, and these lobbyists are not supposed to be able to give themselves, but they can certainly gather up. Like, for example, Mayor Brown, who represents Harvard Westlake, has delivered 9,000, that's accurate. And then I think Sunken, who's the other guy from Harvard Westlake, gave 4,000. But here's the thing. Tomorrow, Emily's big story is about a guy who's a millionaire who's writing a check for $71,000. Not even.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Katerina Kompian. Good afternoon.
I just want to say that vincristine is used to help manage a wide variety of childhood cancers. Teva has stopped their production, leaving everything to Pfizer, and Pfizer cannot keep up with the demand, leaving doctors with the tough decision to pick children that will be receiving the treatment.
Thank you. Mr. Spindler. Excuse me.
Right. So we're so tired of all this shit. It's why Paul Koretz ain't here, 'cause in the bottom of the B section of the LA Times, there's a story about his chief of staff engaging in money laundering. Yes, that's right. And you know what happened when you money launder. You take the money and put it in a wash barrel and make it all crystal clear with Tide. Just wait, Karen and Deb will do the shit for 25 years. They've been money laundering and washing that cash up and up and down at the end. Yeah, be all motherfucking tit-tacky about this shit. And your ethics commission, those sleazy, greasy, filthy, stinking niggas are gonna go for a mere 71,000. Fuck the city, fuck the ethics commission, and fuck Paul Krikorian.
All right, there being no other matters before us, we're... Oh, I'm sorry, sir. My apologies. Come on up and speak. And I apologize, sir. Sometimes we have fake names that are put in, and I didn't see you there, so I apologize that I assumed that was a fake name. So
Okay, no worries.
feel free to go ahead and...
Okay, I'm actually here to speak on vincristine, which is a drug used for to help manage childhood cancers. It was discontinued, as previously stated. There's only two manufacturers, Teva and Pfizer, and Teva has stopped its production. Pfizer has tripled its production and still cannot meet demands. Right now, there's doctors all over our nation that are facing the tough decision of picking which children are going to be receiving the treatment. I am asking to take the opportunity of actually making something happen. A simple $250 million, 0% interest for my nonprofit Golden Heart LA will help us develop a pharmaceutical sector to continue this drug and help out the children. And with this, it would actually help in an economical standpoint for Los Angeles as well, because if we could get those hundreds of millions and billions to actually come into the nonprofit sector, then that's going to be a lot more beneficial for our community in general. So I just hope that you can consider this, and I would like to be able to meet with each of you guys to see how I can make this happen, because I'm not here trying to just, let it be on the record. I would like for something to actually come by.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. All right. Anybody else here to speak? Okay. Seeing none, we are adjourned.